Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this week's Smackdown live review. So really enjoyed the show. I do every week. Smackdown live is definitely the better product, but we've said that for quite a while now, really since the brand split. But I think how they're using James Ellsworth is perfect. I think the main event was a lot of fun. Really, honestly, I enjoyed it. And I think the result is the right result. I was really into it as well. You can see my reaction video. I'll put a link in the description below. But I decided to support Ellsworth because it's not like Arquette. Arquette is, what happened in WCW with David Arquette winning the title. He's an actor. He wasn't a wrestler, whereas Ellsworth's a wrestler, and he has been for like 14 years. That's his job. Now, granted, he hasn't particularly earned, the shot at the WWE Championship, but it was presented to him. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and I was supporting him, And I just hope that it does lead to another opportunity for him because he does win by disqualification. Talking Smack though, Daniel Bryan has announced that it'll be Ambrose against Styles next week, and if Ambrose wins then he will get another title match. Ellsworth has to be in the picture somewhere. I don't know if that's going to be a triple threat at some point. That would be cool, and I think Ellsworth needs that because we saw how he took the Styles clash last week, and interestingly, he didn't have to take it this week. I think WWE realised that he's limited, and there's not a great deal that he can do. But that's what made this match so great, is that they allowed him to shine at certain moments. That super kick, that was a great super kick. No chin music, as they're calling it, which I thought was absolutely brilliant, really funny. So I thought they got the main event perfect, and they've built a main event for next week on Talking Smack, which will be Ambrose against Styles. And, hopefully we don't see Ellsworth next week, so don't want overkill. But he deserves an opportunity somewhere down the road. So let's get into the rest of the show. I suppose it really started with the Orton promo, which was a bit flat. Orton didn't seem to be really into it himself. He's not damaged anymore. That's my problem with Orton, is that he needs a new gimmick. The I Hear Voices stuff, it doesn't work. I was listening to Wrestling Soup, which is a podcast, and they were saying that on there, and I completely agree with them. I think that, back in the day, going back, say, 5 years ago or so, then that was absolutely fine. But, he's a good-looking guy who's got a wife and kids, and this whole I Hear Voices doesn't work for him anymore. And I think he needs to be a little bit more... They need to change his gimmick so that Bray Wyatt can seem creepier. End up having a match anyway. Orton against Luke Harper ends in DQ because of just spooky business with Kane and caskets and Bray, and it's not good stuff. It's not good. I'm still so cold on this. I really just want this to finish, and I just want Bray to win a match clean. Alexa Bliss beat Naomi next in a pretty lengthy match. The crowd seems to be really into Alexa Bliss still, which is really cool, and obviously she's got that title opportunity coming up. It's going to be interesting to see how they can keep the momentum going, but it's looking pretty good for Alexa Bliss at the moment. Apollo Crews against Kurt Hawkins next. Doesn't even get started. Hawkins calls Apollo lose, and gets punched in the face. As a result, Hawkins just walks off and says that's it, he's not going to have his match. It's very reminiscent of Fandango, and what he was doing, kind of teasing his debut and it never actually happening. I'm absolutely fine if we never see this gimmick actually debut, because it's just awful. The Carmella and Nikki Bella promo was absolutely wicked. I loved it. Loved the clip they were showing of can't remember what they called it now. Is it like Total Need Freak or something instead of Total Bellas? Carmella was painting this picture of Nikki being dependent on John and getting her opportunities because of John, and it's brilliant how they're kind of bringing in the Total Bellas, Total Divas storylines into the ring, which they have done before, but they've just done it in a really bad way. If you think back to WrestleMania, we had a team that was thrown together that were just people that you would see on Total Divas. This felt a little more cutting. It felt like it had a little more purpose, and it really did further the hatred between Carmella and Nikki Bella. And I could totally see them having a Hell in a Cell match, because I know that's not going to happen because Hell in a Cell is a Raw pay-per-view. But Daniel Bryan was saying that he was jealous that Sasha and Charlotte were getting that opportunity, and that he feels that Nikki and Carmella could do a Hell in a Cell match. It won't lead to that, but I think it should lead to something instead of just another normal match. Maybe like a backstage brawl, last man standing, last woman standing, because I think this is really good, actually. I think this is a red hot feud. I'm certainly more excited for this than I am Orton against Wyatt. All throughout the show, we were getting Ellsworth, and they went backstage and he was there wearing his shirt. I have a slight problem with the shirt. The problem I have is that I think WWE have only released it to cash in on Ellsworth, which is fine. That's what they should do. And I think it's cool that people can now get a shirt from WWE shop, which is easily accessible for everybody. But the one that I've got, I think I'm right in saying is his shirt, and I think more of the money goes directly to him. So if you was thinking of getting a shirt, I would recommend this one from Pro Wrestling Tees, because the one from WWE, I think he would only get a much smaller percentage. Although saying that, I should imagine that his chances of doing well in WWE probably rely on the sales, or partially rely on the sales of that shirt. So scrap what I've just said, just buy any shirt you want, but get a James Ellsworth shirt. Next we had a 6-man tag, and it was Miz and the Spirit Squad against Dolph and Beauty and the Man Beast. The heels win this one, and yeah, it was alright. It's alright. It was, I really like the Miz. I think the Miz is now I want to say main event talent, and I suppose he is in Smackdown Live world. I think he's had just one of the best years. Dolph's cool. I like the fact that the Spirit Squad are back around, and Rhino made me laugh before this match because they did a quick interview with Beauty and the Man Beast. Slater was saying, "I'm doing this for my kids," and Rhino said, "I just hate male cheerleaders." Next we get Corbin against Swagger. This was very short. Corbin wins with End of Days. And on Talking Smack, I thought Corbin was fantastic. He really came across like a lone wolf. He was saying he doesn't need friends in the WWE. He was saying that he hates the fans because they'll boo him and then ask for his signature on an action figure, and then they'll sell that action figure on eBay, and people are just trying to ride off his back. And then he blamed Renee Young, saying that she was looking at him funny and that she was trying to ride off on his back, live off his back, because of the fact that she only interviews people and she needs people like Baron Corbin, otherwise she wouldn't have a job. And it was really good. And he started laying into Daniel Bryan as well. He was saying, I had a phone call, they called me, and then after 3 years I'm on the main roster. How long did it take you, Daniel? And Daniel was like, well, 10 years. It's like, I'm in a different league here. And it was brilliant. He did really well. This is like the best thing I've ever seen Corbin do, was on Talking Smack. So, and I love that show as well. It's essential viewing. They make it fun. There was a bit of fun with the Hype Bros, and then Styles was coming in and he was laying into Daniel Bryan, going, "The blood's on your hands. I just beat Ellsworth up, and that's because of you. And next week I'll beat up Dean Ambrose, and that'll be on you as well. You've turned into the Authority, the thing that you hated the most." And then like you've got Baron Corbin coming on, and it's really cool. It's a really great show. And I can't leave without kind of touching on the rumours that AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels at the Royal Rumble. That's been doing the rounds. I've seen it reported from several wrestling sources now, so I don't think that's going to happen, but it's out there, so might as well just mention it. I'd love it if it did. You know, we get Goldberg at Survivor Series, Shawn Michaels at the Royal Rumble, and then, well, I mean, the rumours are it's Big Show against Shaquille O'Neal for WrestleMania, isn't it? But, well, that's just awful. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Please give the video a like if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And hopefully I see you again next time. Bye for now.